Hello, friends. Good afternoon. Am I audible and visible? Somebody please ping me. Good afternoon, JVR. Good afternoon, Harsh. Am I audible and visible? Somebody please ping me so that I can begin with today's session. Good afternoon, Rehan. Thanks, Shivani. Thanks, Atul. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Hello, Rishabh. Yes, Pratibha, hello. Okay, guys. Am I audible? Okay. Audible and visible. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Sanjay. Okay. So, guys, now 3717 post for IB ACIO. And here, within a short span of time, we have to cover a lot in the syllabus. I'm not audible. Am I audible? Yes. Pratap, am I audible? My voice is repeating. Abhinandan, good afternoon. Yes, I'm audible to every one of you. Like, there's a problem with... Yes, am I audible? Okay. Rishabh, what happened? I'm not audible to you. But in that case, 90% of the aspirants are like, yes, I'm audible. Okay. So, okay, guys, thank you. Now, there are 3717 posts for IB right now. Okay. And the, what we say, last date of the application is 10th of August, 2025. Within a very short span of time, you have a lot many what we things to cover as a part of syllabus. And one such part is history, precisely ancient Indian history, medieval Indian history, and modern Indian history. Okay. So we are going to cover this part in quite depth and detail, and we will try to analyze the trend of the IB examination, what kind of questions can be asked. So my friends, before I start today's session, like in today's sessions, I'm going to cover majorly 3 chapters: prehistoric culture, Indus Valley civilization, and Vedic civilization. Okay. So I would request every one of you to have a pen and paper along with you, because I want you to note down the important points. Okay. Atul, I'm not audible. Okay, it's clear now. Okay. So I request every one of you to have a pen and paper along with you. Now, before I start with the session today, let me tell you the importance of strategy. And in strategy, I'm going to tell you one thing that we are going to follow in the entire history: story, fact, and concept. Correct? It becomes quite easier to remember the fact and concept when it is associated with a story. Isn't that so? Now, let me give you a very small example, and we will be doing the same thing throughout the history. Okay? Now, what is the importance of strategy? You might have heard about Nanda dynasty. Okay? And the last ruler of Nanda dynasty was Dhananand. He was a very greedy ruler. He was a very cruel ruler. He used to impose all sorts of taxes on the people. And rather than spending that money for the welfare of his subjects, he used to spend that money on his lavish lifestyle. And there was a minister, there was a scholar in the court of Dhananand whose name was Chanakya. Okay? My voice is echoing. Am I audible properly? Just a second, guys. Sorry for the interruption. I'm really sorry for this. There are many aspirants who are saying like your voice is echoing. Somebody saying your voice is not clear. Am I audible properly, guys? Please let me know. Just hold on for a second. Perfectly audible, Bhuvnesh. Video and audio is clear to everyone. Yes, more than 90% of the aspirants are like, sir, it is clear. Okay. No voice lag, no audio lag. Okay. Now let's continue. So, in the court of Dhananand, there was a minister referred as Chanakya or Kautilya. You might have heard about him. And it is said that Chanakya or Kautilya, he is also referred as Vishnugupta. So I'll tell you a small childhood story. Like when Chanakya was playing outside his home once upon a time, an astrologer came to his home and told his mother that specifically, just hold on guys. यहाँ पर कुछ स्टूडेंट्स का ऐसा है कि आवाज आ रही है क्लियर, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स का इको आ रहा है, ऑडिबल बट नॉट इकोइंग. Just hold on, I'll clear the technical issue. Just a second. Okay. Okay. Now is it clear? Yes, guys. Am I audible and visible now? Yes. Yeram, don't worry. I'll tell everyone what to note down. All clear? All set? Okay. Good afternoon, Nivedita. All clear, all set, everyone? Not audible, Joel. Now what happened? Like I guess everyone, like I'm audible to everyone. Just refresh once. Everything is perfect? Okay. Now let's move on. Joel, you are facing problem with what we say, I'm not audible. So do one thing. Just what we say, end the class and rejoin again. It'll happen. Okay. So everyone please refresh. And now let's begin the session without wasting time. So the point is, where was I? I was speaking about Chanakya. So Chanakya, he was a minister in the court of Dhananand. And Chanakya, specifically it is said that, as I've told you, Dhananand was a very greedy ruler, very cruel ruler. Now, once upon a time, the region of Patliputra, it was being hit by famine. And all the peasants came to Chanakya and said, go and talk to your king, Dhananand. As I've told you, Dhananand was a very greedy ruler. He was a very cruel ruler. And in that case, what happened? Apart from this, he went to this person, Chanakya went to this person, Dhananand. The entire court was full of ministers. And Dhananand started humiliating and insulting Chanakya. And he said, you are a Pandit, you are a scholar, do your duty, don't teach me my duty. Chanakya felt humiliated, he felt insulted, but he could not utter a word. Why? Because he was a normal minister and he was a great emperor, Dhananand. After some time, Chanakya went back again and said, you have forgotten your Rajya Dharma. At this time, this person, Dhananand, he got so angry that he kicked Chanakya in the chest. And as soon as he kicked Chanakya in the chest, Chanakya fell down. Every one of you might have seen the pic of Chanakya, correct? Like you might have seen a knot behind his head. His knot got opened. Immediately he took a vow that until and unless I destroy you, until and unless I destroy your kingdom, I won't reveal my face to you. Chanakya left Patliputra. He came to Takshila, which is located presently in Pakistan. Okay. Here he met Chandragupta Maurya and he trained Chandragupta Maurya in what we say scriptures as well as warfare skill. In Hindi, it is referred as Shastra as well as Shastra Vidya. Then, precisely speaking, at that time, Alexander the Great was attacking India. Alexander, due to certain reasons, he had to go back. Now, Chanakya and what we say Chandragupta Maurya, without any strategy, without any planning, directly attacked Patliputra. Like by the evening, only two persons were saved, Chanakya and Chanakya and Chandragupta Maurya. The entire army was destroyed by Dhananand. Chanakya, he realized his mistake and he came to know one thing. Until and unless I have a strategy, until and unless I have a planning, I won't be able to defeat Dhananand. So Chanakya came up with a theory which is called a Saptanga theory. Saptanga basically means to run the administration, you require 7 parts. Sapta means 7. Ang mean limbs. So there are 7 limbs of the administration. So the most important aspect during the preparation for IB, you need to understand one thing. Like within a very short span of time, you have to cover a lot many subjects. Okay? And in that case, you need to have a proper strategy. Apart from 2 to 3 hours of classes on daily basis, you have to give 7 to 8 hours of study, rigorous study. Okay? So just remember one thing, within next 10 days, we are going to follow a very simple pattern for history, SFC, story, fact and concept. Because it will become quite easier to remember the fact and concept when it is associated with a story. And I'll make you note down important points. Okay, just you have to pay attention, that's it. Now, let's begin with today's session, and that is, we are going to cover 3 chapters as I've told you. First chapter, prehistoric culture. Second chapter, that is Indus Valley civilization. third chapter, that is Vedic civilization. Okay, so we have to go a bit fast. Yes, Yeram, please do not worry. I'll tell you what to note down. And I'll also give you the PDF. That's it. Nothing else you have to study apart from this. Okay. Now, prehistoric culture. Now, let's understand things in a short manner. If I ask you, what is the age of the earth? Okay. Like if you read the NCERT, you will come to read about one important fact, that Himalayas are the youngest fold mountains of the world. How old are Himalayas? Himalayas are 70 million years ago, and these are the youngest. So what would be the age of the oldest? Aravalis are the oldest fold mountain in the world. And how old are they? 4.5 billion years ago. So you can imagine the age of the earth. So when did the evolution of humans start? Okay. So different historians have a different opinion about this. So we will come to a common point here. So evolution of human approximately started around 24 million. Please listen to me patiently. Please listen to me, because I'm going to explain things in a step-by-step manner. Okay? Listen to me. I'll make you note down things. So evolution of humans started approximately around 24 millions. Like when the humans started evolving, they were walking on four legs. They were in the form of apes. Their backbone was completely inclined. It was not straight. The time passed by. With the passage of time, the backbone of these humans started getting erect. It started getting straight. And such humans are referred as Homo erectus. With the passage of time again, what happened? There came Ice Age. Now, these humans required something specifically for what? For specifically protecting their skin. They required something, tools for hunting. So these humans started using their brains for different activity. And such humans are referred as Homo sapien. Homo means basically everyone has a similar morphological structure. Everyone has 2 ears, everyone has 2 eyes, correct? Sapien, it's a Latin word which means a thinking man. Okay? And such humans are referred as Homo sapiens. So this is divided into 3 stages. First is ape, okay? And that stage is called as Miocene age. Then second stage comes Pliocene age. Now what is Pliocene age? Where we saw that Homo erectus for the first time. Okay? It means their backbone from inclined, right now it is straight. Got it? Homo erectus. Then comes third stage, Pleistocene age. And Pleistocene age, here we see Homo sapien. Sapiens basically means a thinking man. Okay? So first is Miocene age, where the apes appeared. Second stage is, yes, specifically Pliocene age, where we can observe Homo erectus. Third stage is Pleistocene age, where we observe Homo sapiens. Is the point clear? Okay. Please note down in short. As I've told you in the start of the session itself, I'm going to dictate you important points and you have to note that down. Okay. Please note down. Just note in short. Okay. First, Miocene, apes. Okay. Pliocene, arrow. Yes, Sanjay, after the class, I'll be providing the notes, the PDF. Don't worry. Pliocene, Homo erectus. Why? Because the backbone became straight. Then Pleistocene. And what we have observed here for the first time? Homo sapiens. Simple words, in bracket you write thinking man. Okay? Now let's understand things in a step-by-step manner for easier understanding of the concept. Okay, listen to me very carefully, and I'll only tell you the points that needs to be remembered. That's it. Okay. Pleistocene age. Homo sapiens appeared. Okay. Now, Pleistocene age is further divided into 4 parts. Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Neolithic age, and Chalcolithic age. You might have observed there is one word common, and that word is lithic. What is the meaning of the word lithic? Lithic basically means stone. Hence, Pleistocene age is also called as Stone Age. Okay? Now, let's understand how the development of human took place in step-by-step manner. First is Paleolithic age. Let's understand about Paleolithic age. Paleolithic age, it is divided into 3 parts. Lower, middle, and upper Paleolithic age. So lower Paleolithic age, it roughly extends between 2 million to 50,000 BC. Okay? Listen to me. Paleolithic age is divided into 3 parts: lower, middle, and upper. Lower, it extends between 2 million to 50,000 BC. What happened in lower Paleolithic age? Simple words. People were dependent on what? Stone tools, because they required hunting. Okay? And if they have to hunt the animals, obviously they require the stone tools. So what kind of tools were there at that time? Chopper. Chopper means what? After killing the animal, you have to chop their meat. Chopper. Digger. Digger basically means what? These humans used to live inside the pits. Why inside the pits? Because they can easily hide themselves from the wild animals. So chopper, digger, and cleaver. Cleaver basically means to tear the skin of the animal. So lower Paleolithic age, it saw the development of stone tool. First thing. Okay. Second thing, middle Paleolithic age, it saw the development of flakes. Now, what is flakes? You might have seen one thing, specifically that many a times you might have seen. I'll give you a small example, that there is a person who is sitting on a bicycle. Okay. And that person, he has a grinding wheel in front of that. Okay. And he's shouting that you can sharpen your scissor, you can sharpen your knives. Correct? So what is he doing? He's trying to remove or sharpen the granules of the knife and the, what we say, scissor. Similarly, as we have seen, the Stone Age men, they developed tools. So they required something for sharpening these tools. So flake was a flat structure which was majorly used for sharpening the tools. So middle Paleolithic age, it saw the development of flakes. Okay? And middle Paleolithic age is roughly extends between 50,000 to 40,000 BC. Okay? Now let's come to upper Paleolithic age. Okay. Tush, you have a question. Do you need to understand the time frame? Just remember the chronology. That's it. Okay, Tush? Now, third thing comes the upper Paleolithic age. Now, in upper Paleolithic age, what happens? In upper Paleolithic age, there is development of burines. What is burine? Burine, it is used for fishing purposes. And people of the Paleolithic age had this lifestyle. How do we come to know about this? Through painting. And for the first time, the paintings were found at Bhimbetka caves in Raisen district of Madhya Pradesh. From these paintings, there are approximately 400 to 500 paintings at that time which was found. And from these paintings, we come to know about the lifestyle of the people during Paleolithic age. Okay, I will repeat the point again. Paleolithic age is further divided into 3 stages. Lower Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, and Upper Paleolithic. Paleo means old. Lithic means stone. Old Stone Age. So in Lower Paleolithic age, we observed stone tools. In Middle Paleolithic age, we observed flakes. Okay? Flakes. What is the purpose of flakes? To sharpen the principal tools. And in the Upper Paleolithic age, we observed burines. What is the purpose of burines? Fishing. Okay? Simple words, how do we come to know about the lifestyle of the people during that age? Through painting. Where were the paintings found? Bhimbetka Caves, Raisen district, Madhya Pradesh. Hope you understood Paleolithic age. Okay? You have a question? History will take 6 days. I guess it will take a more preparation. It will take at least a fortnight, 15 days. Did you understand till here? Yes, guys. Please note down. We are noting down only the important points. Okay? Rahan, I will tell you the sites that needs to be studied. Okay? Do not worry. I'll tell you the sites that needs to be studied. That's it. Now let's speak about yes. Yes, I will provide notes, Deepak. Okay. Please note down Paleolithic age. Please note down. Yes. Paleolithic age is also called as Old Stone Age. Please write fast, guys, because we have to cover a lot. Paleolithic age is also called as Old Stone Age. It is divided into 3 parts. First, Lower Paleolithic age. It extends from 2 million to 50,000 BC, approximately. Yes, Ashirwad, don't worry. I'll mark these things on the site as well. Oh, sorry, slides as well. Paleolithic age saw the Lower Paleolithic age saw the development of stone tools. Okay. Middle Paleolithic age. Middle Paleolithic age extends between 50,000 to 40,000 BC. It saw the development of flakes. Flakes, Flakes. Flakes. What is the purpose of flakes? Arrow. It is used for sharpening the tools. Note down, it is used for sharpening the tools. Yes, you can use BC and C, Harsh. Then, Upper Paleolithic age. Note down, Upper Paleolithic age saw the development of burines. Burines. Purpose, fishing. Deepak, middle was from 50,000 to 40,000. Burines. Purpose is fishing. धनराज, मेरे क्लासेस के अलावा और कुछ नहीं करना. Okay? Nothing to do apart from the classes. Burines, that is development of fishing. We come to know about Paleolithic age through rock paintings which were found at Bhimbetka caves in Raisen district of Madhya Pradesh. Note down. Yes, Shantanu, upper is from 40,000 to 10,000. Okay. Bhimbetka caves, Raisen district, Madhya Pradesh. Got it? Now let's move further. Mesolithic age. Listen to me very carefully. Okay? Meso, middle. Lithic, stone. So it is called as Middle Stone Age. As we have seen previously, Paleolithic. Paleo means old. Lithic means what we say stone. Similarly here, Meso, middle, lithic, stone. So this is also called as Middle Stone Age. Now what happened, or what is the most striking feature of Middle Paleolithic Age? Earlier in Paleolithic Age, we saw one thing. What? Simple words, discovery of stone tools. Now, in Middle Paleolithic Age, for the first time, we have observed one more striking feature. And what is that? Apart from stone tools, people have started domesticating animals. And the first animal to be domesticated by the people was a wild dog. Okay, the first animal to be domesticated. Why the wild dog was being domesticated? For local level hunting. First thing. Okay. Apart from this, apart from what, like, where do we get the evidence of dog from? We get the evidence of dog for the first time from Adamgarh. Where is Adamgarh? It is located in Hoshangabad district of what we say Madhya Pradesh. Getting the points clear? Now pay attention carefully. Hoshangabad district of Madhya Pradesh. This is Adamgarh, not Azamgarh. Azamgarh is in Uttar Pradesh. Adamgarh is in Madhya Pradesh. So in Mesolithic age, one of the most striking feature is domestication of animal. And the first animal was wild dog. Second striking feature, discovery of fire took place in Mesolithic age. Okay? Discovery of fire, it took place in Mesolithic age. So these are the two major striking features of Mesolithic age. Okay? So Mesolithic age, Meso means middle, lithic means stone, so it is Middle Stone Age. It is roughly or approximately between 10,000 to 8,000 BC. Got it? Now, apart from this, what is the most striking feature of Mesolithic age? For the first time, we have observed domestication of animal. The first animal to be domesticated was a wild dog. And the evidence comes from Adamgarh. Where is it? Hoshangabad district, Madhya Pradesh. Apart from this, what we have observed? Discovery of fire, it took place in Mesolithic age. Got it? Note down fast, please. Meso means middle. Lithic means stone. Hence, this age is also called as Middle Stone Age. Everything is available in PDF. Everything. But I want you to make the short notes as well for fast revision. Okay? Middle Stone Age, which roughly extends between 10,000 to 8,000 BCE. Okay? This age saw the discovery of fire, animal domestication started for the first time during Mesolithic age, and the first animal to be domesticated was wild dog. And the evidence comes from Adamgarh, Hoshangabad district of Madhya Pradesh. Hoshangabad district of Madhya Pradesh. Okay. So this is about Mesolithic age. Now let's speak about Neolithic age. So if somebody asks you, summarize the entire Paleolithic age in one sentence. So that sentence would be development of stone tool. If somebody asks you, summarize the entire Mesolithic age in one sentence, that sentence would be domestication of animal, because it is the most striking feature. Now let's come to the third part, Neolithic age, which roughly extends between 8,000 to 4,000, 5,000 BC, roughly. Okay, now let's understand. Listen to me very carefully. Now during Paleolithic age and Mesolithic age, people were living a nomadic life. What is nomadic life? They were wandering from place to place in search of food and shelter. And majorly the people were living near the mountain region. Why? Because during Paleolithic age and Mesolithic age, people were heavily dependent upon tools that are made up of stone. And stone is easily available in the region of mountains. So people during what we say Paleolithic and Mesolithic age lived near the mountains. But in Neolithic age, people started practicing agriculture for the first time. And when people started practicing agriculture, they started moving from mountain region to the plain areas. Now, why people started migrating from mountain to plain areas? There's a reason behind that. Suppose there is a river that is coming from the mountain region. Okay. Now, just imagine, suppose this is a mountain and a river has originated from this mountain. Now, it will go through a small fall, which is called as a rapid. Then it will go through a waterfall. And later on, it will come in the plain area. So what is happening? Whenever the river is falling, so it will start eroding the rocks beneath it. And these rocks are rich in all sorts of sediments. So when the river comes in the plain area, it will start depositing these sediments, which are rich in all sorts of nutrients helpful for agriculture. So in the plain areas, okay, river deposit their sediments. And in that case, the plain areas become very fertile for agriculture. So during Neolithic age, people started settling down near the plain areas because they started practicing agriculture. First thing, okay. Second thing, I'll tell you one more example, what you need to remember about Neolithic age. In Neolithic age, there was a site which was located in Pakistan. Okay. And the name of the site was Mehergarh. One of the most striking feature of this site, Mehergarh, located in Pakistan, was that people during what we say Neolithic age used to live in mud brick houses. Okay. They didn't, lived in what? They lived in specifically, what we say, pits or something. They lived in mud brick houses. So you can understand the advancement of the people in the region of Mehergarh, located in Pakistan. Okay. First thing. Second thing, if people have started practicing agriculture, they required something for cooking, eating, drinking, storing these food grain. So what happened? At that time, during Neolithic age, people started developing pottery. Okay. And the evidence of pottery or earthen vessels comes for the first time from the site of Chopani Mando, which is located in UP. Okay? Did you understand? During Paleolithic age and Mesolithic age, people used to live near the mountains. Why? Because they required stone tools. And these tools were heavily available in the region of mountain. But with the passage of time, people started practicing agriculture. So they started settling down near the plain areas. Okay? Neo basically means new. Hence, it is also called as New Stone Age. Lithic means stone. So, New Stone Age. Okay? Now, apart from agriculture, what happened? They required something for cooking, eating, drinking, storing the food grain. So they developed earthen vessels, and these earthen vessels or pottery. Evidence for the first times comes at a site of Chopani Mando. Okay. Another important site, please pay attention carefully. There is a very important site, Neolithic site, which is located in Kashmir. And that site is called as Burzahom. Very important. This question has been asked previously in the IB. Burzahom, a Neolithic site, is located where? So it is located in Kashmir. So what is a striking feature of Burzahom? Please listen to me carefully. Burzahom, it is a site located in Kashmir. Burzahom basically means bark of a birch tree. What is the most striking feature of Burzahom? At Burzahom, what happened? Master and dog both were buried in the same grave. Suppose I have a dog, okay? I'm a person who belongs to Neolithic age, and in that case, my dog dies. So what will happen? I'll bury my dog. After some time, when I will die, I would be buried in the same grave where my dog was being buried. And this practice was followed where? Burzahom. Where is Burzahom? Kashmir. So here the most striking feature is master and the dog both were buried in the same grave. Clear? So let's understand Neolithic age. So please remember, Neo means new, Lithic means stone. So it is called as New Stone Age. First thing. Okay? Second thing. The term Neolithic was coined by John Lubbock. And the term Neolithic Revolution was coined by Gordon Childe. So, this is the factual information, conceptual part. Development of agriculture took place during Neolithic age. Okay, I repeat, development of agriculture took place during Neolithic age. First thing. Second thing, the most important site was Mehergarh, where it is located, Pakistan. Second thing, development of pottery. Purpose, cooking, eating, drinking, storing the food grains. Okay. And third thing, the most important site was Burzahom, located in Kashmir. Correct? And what is the striking feature of that site? Master and the dog both were buried in the same grave. Clear? Okay. Please keep the session interactive. Okay. Is it clear? Please answer in the comment section. Is it clear? So I'll tell you what to write. Okay. Atul, Rehan, Joseph, Jahin, everyone, Nivedita. Okay, okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Naresh, Bhuvnesh, Shivani, everyone. Okay. Sanju. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Please note down fast. Very fast. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Please keep the sessions interactive so that I can understand whether you are actually listening or not. Okay. Yes, Tush, I'll repeat everything. Don't worry, Tush. I'll repeat the points. Thanks, Vijendra. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Please note down. Neolithic age, it extends between 8,000 to 5,000 BC, approximately 5,000 BC. I'll repeat, Akash, don't worry. Neo means new. Lithic means stone. So Neolithic is referred as New Stone Age. Anup, Chopani Mando is famous for pottery vessels. I'll tell everything. Don't worry. I'll make you right. The term Neolithic was coined by John Lubbock. The term Neolithic was coined by John Lubbock. Yes, Vijendra, don't worry. I'll be coming up with mnemonics specifically to remember these sites. John Lubbock. The term Neolithic Revolution was coined by Gordon Childe. Was coined by Gordon Childe. The development of agriculture took place in Neolithic age. Agriculturally, the most developed site was Mehergarh, located in Pakistan. Mehergarh, located in Pakistan. Shivani, Gordon Childe is called as, what we say, father of Neolithic Revolution. Okay? Mehergarh, located in Pakistan. With the development of agriculture, there was development of pottery. And the evidence comes from Chopani Mando in UP. Chopani Mando in UP. And last point, Burzahom is a site located in Kashmir. Burzahom is a site located in Kashmir where master and the dog both were buried in the same grave. Master and the dog both were buried in the same grave. Clear? Now let's move ahead. Chalcolithic age. Now listen to me very carefully. Yes, Anup, only earthen pots. At that time, only earthen pots. Okay? Now listen to me very carefully. All these things have been given in the diagrammatic format for easier understanding of the concept. Now let's understand. If somebody asks you, please tell me in a single statement about Paleolithic age, that would be development of stone tool. In a single statement about Mesolithic age, that is domestication of animal. In a single statement about Neolithic age, that would be development of agriculture. And now comes Chalcolithic age. Two things you need to remember about Chalcolithic age. Okay? Chalco, copper. Lithic, stone. So Chalcolithic age is also called as stone copper phase. This simply exemplifies one thing. Copper was the first metal to be discovered by man. Please remember, copper was the first metal to be discovered by man. Hence, it is called as Chalcolithic age. So since copper was discovered, why did people add the word lithic? It simply means one thing. Although copper was discovered, people did not abandon stone. Hence, it is called as chalcolithic. Simple words, that is stone copper phase. Now, majority of the chalcolithic sites are found in Maharashtra. Okay, but I'll tell you a very striking feature. And what is that striking feature? There is a site of chalcolithic age called as Kayatha. Pay attention carefully. There is a chalcolithic site called as Kayatha. It is located near Ujjain. Ujjain is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay? Here a skeleton was found. Probably a skeleton might be of a lady. How do we come to know about this? Because around the skeleton there were many bangles. Apart from this, there were 2 copper axes. So what do we infer from this? We infer one thing. And what is that? That along with the people, their belongings were also buried. Okay? Then in Maharashtra, there was a very different feature of chalcolithic age. And what was that? That people were buried under the floor of their own house. Getting the points clear? So these are the major striking features of chalcolithic age. So please remember one thing. Very simple words, what you need to remember. Discovery of copper took place in chalcolithic age. Why? Chalco means, it's a Latin word, copper. Lithic means stone. Okay? Striking feature, probably people might have believed in life after death. How do we come to know that? Because there is a site called as Kayatha, which is located near Ujjain, where a skeleton have been found along with 2 copper axes, which suggests one thing, that along with the dead, what happened? Belongings were also being buried. So that is about the site of Kayatha. Second important, in Maharashtra, people were buried under the floor of their own house in chalcolithic age. Is it clear? Okay. So now let's note down in short. Yes. Deepak, yes, the class started with Paleolithic age. Sir, why we other ages coined as revolution? Yes. Why it is coined as revolution? There's a reason behind that. Okay. Tush. Why? Because there was a change after things. Like, I'll give you a very small example. Although we have studied during middle Paleolithic age or Mesolithic, in Mesolithic age, we had studied development of flakes. Okay. Or domestication of animal. Correct? But still the major emphasis was on stone tool. But in Neolithic age, people started practicing agriculture. So there was a complete transition. Hence, it was called as revolution. Okay? Paradigm shift. Perfect. Perfect, Vijendra. Hope Tush it is clear. Okay? Gold came quite later, Atulji. Gold came quite later. First comes, yes, copper. After copper, bronze. After bronze, iron. Okay? Now, please note down fast. Chalcolithic age. Chalco means copper. Lithic means stone. Hence, it is called a stone copper phase. Stone copper phase. At a site called as Kayatha near Ujjain, Deepak, you have a question. Development of flakes. It is not lakes, my friend. It is flakes. Okay. So development of flakes, it took place between, yes, middle Paleolithic age. Okay, Deepak? Yes. So Kayatha, Ujjain, where 2 copper axes have been found. Then comes at Chalcolithic site in Maharashtra, people were buried under the floor of their own house. Yes, Kaaba. Bangles were also made of copper. Patriarchy system, Bhubaneswar. Patriarchy system majorly started during later Vedic period. We will study that, don't worry. Okay. At Chalcolithic site in Maharashtra, people were buried under the floor of their own house. Now let's move fast with Indus Valley civilization. Now, before I begin with Harappa, I have to let you understand few aspects. Okay. Please note down one more fact. One more fact, please. Robert Bruce Foote. I repeat, Robert Bruce Foote was called as father of Indian prehistory. I repeat, Robert Bruce Foote was called as father of Indian prehistory. Yes, Harsh, Jorve culture, like I'll give you a very small example. There's a different culture also called as megalithic culture. Okay, what is Jorve culture? The culture that developed around the region of Maharashtra, specifically during the Chalcolithic age, was referred as Jorve culture. Okay, Bhubaneswar, that is majorly a part of UPSC when we study Jorve culture, megalithic cultures, and so on. Okay, Harsh? Now, Indus Valley civilization. No. You do not need to remember the other information, Harsh. You only need to remember those things that I am narrating. Okay? Now pay attention carefully. Indus Valley civilization. Now, there were 4 civilizations around 4th millennium BC, approximately around 4000 to 3000 BC, which were contemporary to each other. Now, what is contemporary? Contemporary basically means these, what we say, civilizations were parallel to each other. Okay. The first one was Mesopotamian. Second one was Egyptian, Chinese civilization, and Indus Valley civilization. What is the most striking feature of every civilization? The first striking feature is all the civilizations were parallel to each other and they developed in the different parts of the world. First thing. Second thing, all these civilizations were located on the banks of some or the other river. As the name suggests, Indus Valley civilization situated on the banks of river Sindhu, that is Indus. Correct? Similarly, Mesopotamian civilization was located on the banks of some river. Egyptian civilization was located on the banks of some river. Similarly, Chinese. So let's understand in short, and then we'll go for a broader understanding. Mesopotamian civilization, it covers, listen to me patiently, carefully. Mesopotamian civilization, it covers countries like Iran, Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, and Turkey. And it is located on the banks of 2 rivers, Tigris and Euphrates River. Okay, Tigris and Euphrates. So the people living in this civilization, like a very simple word, people living in Indus Valley civilization were called as what? Harappans. Correct? Similarly, the people living in Mesopotamian civilization were called as Sumerians and Akkadians. So, Mesopotamian civilization, it is located on the banks of Tigris and Euphrates River. The people in this civilization were referred as Sumerians and Akkadians. Okay. What is a striking feature of Mesopotamian civilization? First thing, Mesopotamian civilization was the first to develop religion in the world. Mesopotamian civilization was the first to develop spoken language in the world. Okay? Mesopotamian civilization was the first to mint the coins. Getting the points clear? So this is the striking feature of Mesopotamian civilization. Apart from this, in Mesopotamia, apart from development of language, development of religion, there was development of sculpture. How? If you see the NCERT, you will come across a picture wherein you will see a half body of a male and a half body of a lion. Okay? And this sculpture is made up of limestone. And what is this sculpture called as? It is called as Guenol Linus statue. Half body of a male, half body of a lion. Okay? And this statue is made up of limestone. Where was it found? Mesopotamia. Okay? So, listen to me carefully. Mesopotamian civilization. I'm repeating the points again in short. Pay attention carefully. First thing, Mesopotamian civilization, it roughly covers Iran, Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, certain parts of Turkey, Central Asia, simple words. Okay? It is located on the banks of Tigris and Euphrates River. The people who lived in Mesopotamia were called as Sumerians and Akkadians. They were the first to develop spoken language. They were the first to develop religion in the world. Okay? There's another striking feature. Apart from these development, there was a limestone statue that was found in Mesopotamia. And that was called as Guenon Linus statue. It is the half body is of a male. Half body is of a lion. इसमें 3 घंटे की क्लास है. Half body is of a male, half body is of a lion. Okay? So, specifically that is called as Guenol Linus statue. That was Mesopotamian civilization. Egyptian civilization. Most important aspect that you need to remember, it developed in the region of Egypt, correct? It is located on the banks of the longest river of the world. That is River Nile. My friends, I have used the word longest river of the world, not the largest river of the world. Largest river of the world is Amazon. And the longest river of the world is River Nile. So Egyptian civilization, it developed on the banks of River Nile, the longest river of the world. Okay? Chinese civilization, it developed on the banks of a river which is called as Yellow River. And Yellow River is also called as Wang Ho River. Okay? And as the name suggests, Indus Valley civilization. It developed on the banks of river Indus. Got the points clear? Is it clear till here? Please note down fast so that we can start with Indus Valley civilization in depth and detail. Please note down. Deepak, I'll mention everything, don't worry. Pawan, you have a question. How many chapters will be there for exam? See, approximately 7 to 8 chapters from ancient India, 7 to 8 chapters from medieval India, and 10 to 15 chapters from modern India. Okay, Pawan? Yes, guys, please note down fast. Mesopotamian civilization. First, Mesopotamian civilization, it is located on the banks of Tigris and Euphrates River. Deepak, you don't need to refer any other book. Okay. Yes, Vijendra, I'll try to deal with all the parts. Although I'm trying to, I'll be covering the major part of ancient India, but I'll try to deal with all the parts. Yes, Mayur, study IQ books are enough. Mesopotamian civilization covers the countries like Iran, Iraq, Syria, Kuwait, certain parts of Turkey. Okay. Sumerians and Akkadians. Who were these? They were the people who lived there. So simple words, Sumerians and Akkadians dominated Mesopotamia. They were the first to develop religion. They were the first to develop religion. Second, they were the first to develop spoken language in the world. Spoken language. Okay. Then last one, Guenol Linus statue made up of limestone. Was found in Mesopotamia. Kaaba, your question is any specific religion? Religion at that time included something called as animism. And what is animism? Love and respect for nature. Same was practiced in Indus Valley as well. Animism, love and respect for nature. Okay. So Guenol Linus statue. Moving next, Egyptian civilization. Same, Tush. Answer is same. That is animism. Animism means love and respect for nature. Okay, Tush? Egyptian civilization located on the banks of Nile River. Nile River. Yes, Bhubaneswar, the most important aspect is these civilizations are very developed. Hence, like I have used the word initially prehistoric culture. Why? Because they were in the development phase. I have referred the word here civilization. When we will study Indus Valley civilization, you will come to know about that. How developed were they? Okay. You will come to know Bhubaneswar about this. So, Egyptian civilization on the banks of river Nile, Chinese civilization on the banks of river Yellow or Wang Ho. Okay. Yes. Deepak, you have a question? Which period they belong to? Approximately 4th millennium BC. Okay. Yes, Kanchana, class notes are sufficient. It is sufficient. Do not worry. Just study the notes of Study IQ. Just attend the lectures regularly for the next 10 to 15 days. I'm pretty sure about this. That 100% you will feel quite confident in history. Do not worry about this. Okay. Just attend the lectures properly. Study the PDF. That's it. Moving ahead. So this is about the explanation, what I have explained you. Everything is available in the PDF that you will get. Do not worry. Now let's talk about Indus Valley civilization. And before I speak about Harappa, please draw certain things along with me. Okay? Please draw them. Okay? For easier understanding of the concept. These concepts are very, very important, my friends. Okay? Joel, don't worry. Everything is available in the PDF. Visuals are not cut. I'm trying to explain the concept. Okay. Just draw along with me. And in front of every diagram, I will suggest you one thing. Leave a space of 4 to 5 lines so that you can note down important points. Okay. This is first diagram. This is second diagram. Now I'm drawing the third diagram. Just leave a space of 3 to 4 lines so that we can note down important points. Okay. Bhuvaneshwar, you had asked me one question right now, correct? Sir, were these civilizations that developed? Now, just listen to the explanation. You will come to know about one thing. Many of the cities that presently, many of the cities of 21st century are not that developed in comparison to the cities of Indus Valley civilization. Just listen to the explanation. Okay? This is the fourth diagram. Have you drawn? Shall I start the explanation or shall I wait for 1 minute? Now listen to me very carefully. Okay, 1 minute. Thanks, Roshan ji. Okay, Ashish, I'll start. Done, Rehan? Okay, good. Pay attention carefully, guys. I'm explaining you a very important concept. Now, there are many sites, like if we see the books of history, in the books of history, majorly few sites are depicted. Okay, like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, Kalibangan, Dholavira, and so on. And similarly, different examinations ask questions on these sites, including the IB ACIO. But do you know one thing? There are more than 100 sites of Indus Valley civilization. Many of the sites study is going even today. And many of the sites are yet to be discovered. So now let's understand in few stages, what is the extent of Indus Valley civilization? How was the structure of the city during the, what we say, Indus Valley civilization period? What is this concept called as Great Granary, which was found in Harappa at that time? How was the structure of the roads? How were the houses at that time? Pay attention carefully now. This is the extent of Indus Valley civilization. Okay. In India, the northernmost site of Indus Valley civilization is Manda, which is located in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Many of them have said like, sir, there is a site called as Shortugai, which is located in Afghanistan. It is the northernmost site. Yes. But Shortugai is not in India. So it is the, like specifically Shortugai in Afghanistan is the northernmost site. But in India, the northernmost site of Indus Valley civilization is Manda. Where is Manda located? It is located in Jammu and Kashmir. The southernmost site of Indus Valley civilization is Daimabad. Where it is located? It is located in Maharashtra. The easternmost site of Indus Valley civilization is Alamgirpur. Where is it? It is in UP. And westernmost site is Sutka Gendor, Pakistan-Iran border. Now, if somebody has an aerial view of Indus Valley civilization, it will look roughly triangular in shape or quadrilateral in shape. And it approximately covers 850,000 square kilometers of Indian subcontinent. First part. Second part. This is the structure of the city. Okay, now let's understand this structure in a simple format. Indus Valley cities are divided into two parts. Upper citadel and lower citadel. Now, what is citadel? What is upper, what is lower? Let's understand. I'll give you a small explanation. Citadel basically means a big wall-like fortification or a slope-like structure. I'll repeat. Citadel means a wall-like structure or a slope-like structure. So what is the purpose of this citadel? A wall-like structure or a slope-like structure? The major purpose is to protect the city from getting flooded. Correct? Like I'll give you a small example. Mohenjo-daro. It is a site located in Pakistan. And what is the meaning of the word Mohenjo-daro? Mohenjo-daro basically means mound of dead. Many people have died because of devastating flood in the river Indus. Hence it is called as Mohenjo-daro. And that city was destroyed because of getting flooded. Okay? So precisely speaking, citadel means what? Citadel basically means this structure. Okay? So what is this structure? This is a slope or a wall-like fortification. What is the purpose of this? Suppose this is the lower part of the city. Okay? So it is made on a raised platform or a wall-like structure is there. Why? Because if the river gets flooded, the excess water of the river will not enter the city. Correct? Similarly, upper citadel, a wall-like fortification or made on a raised slope. Again, the same reason, the city won't get flooded. So upper citadel, lower citadel. So city was divided into two parts. Citadel is a wall-like fortification which protects the city from getting flooded. Correct? Now let's understand another important concept, and this concept is called as great granary. Very important. See, sometimes usually what happens, there is a tendency of different examination to repeat the questions. Like SSC had initially asked one question, the concept of great granary was found at which site? So many of them were confused, what is great granary all about? Okay, very simple word. Great granary, simple words means go down. Go down for storing the food grains. And this concept was found for the first time at Indus Valley civilization site of Harappa. Okay, so it was found for the first time at the site of Harappa. So what is this concept all about? This is agricultural field where the crops are cultivated. This is the place where the grains are separated from the chaff. You might have seen in the rural areas that people have bundles of what we say crops and they put it on the ground in this manner. They force it on the ground in this manner. So what happened? The grain gets separated from the crop. So this is done in this part which is called as threshing floor. And the grains are here stored. And this place is called as granary. Granary means the place where the grains are stored. And this is the place where the laborers are going to live. Very simple word. There are laborers who are going to work in the agricultural field. Laborers who are going to work here. Laborers who are going to work here. Where will they stay? They will stay here. This place is called as barrack. And this entire concept is called as great granary. What do we understand from this? We understand one thing from this. What is that? We have seen Neolithic age right now, correct? And in Neolithic age, we had seen one thing, that people stored the food grains in earthen vessels, pots. Can you imagine? Now people are requiring godowns for storing the food grain. Just imagine the surplus amount of food grain production during that time. Now let's come to the structure of the roads. The main road is very broad and the side lanes are narrow. The main road is approximately 13 to 34 feet wide. On the other hand, the side lanes is approximately 9 to 11 feet wide. Okay? In the main road, in the what we say narrow lanes, you will find the houses. The well is located between two houses. Okay? Then, houses are made up of burnt bricks and wood. Well is made up of burnt bricks. There is a proper system of drainage, and these drains are covered by stone slab. This simply exemplifies one thing: people were aware about hygiene. Correct? And all these features were found at majority of the sites of Indus Valley civilization. Hence, Indus Valley civilization was very dynamic. Okay? So, precisely speaking, this is about the Indus Valley civilization. Did you understand? Do you want me to repeat any of the concept? Please let me know. First diagram, second, third, fourth. Did you understand this? Do you want me to repeat something? Clear? The fourth one. Dheeraj, Dhanraj, you want me to repeat the fourth one? Okay. This is the main road. The main road is quite broad. Okay. The side lanes or alleys, they were narrow in comparison to the main road. Then one can find the houses between the, what we say, in the lanes. Between two houses, one can find the well. Okay. One can find the well. Well is made up of burnt brick. Houses are made up of burnt brick and wood. There is a proper drainage system, and these drains are covered by stone slabs so that it simply exemplifies people who are aware about hygiene. Clear now, Dhanraj? Yes, the name of this site was Sutka Gendor. Westernmost site, Sutka Gendor. Yes. Preksha, you have a question. Houses were of single story or double story? Like houses were both single as well as double story. And how do we come to know about that there was a double story house? Like I'll give you a small example. There was a site called as Mohenjo-daro. And at the site of Mohenjo-daro, a staircase have been found. Okay? So what does that staircase exemplifies? There might be a double story. Okay? Clear now, guys? Hamom, you have asked me a question. Where is this great granary located? It is located in Harappa. I will explain the entire thing again. Just note down fast, guys. We have to go very fast. This site, okay? Now note down in front of the first diagram. Start noting down in front of the first. Indus Valley civilization is roughly triangular or quadrilateral in shape. Eastern city is Alamgirpur, located in UP. I am dictating everything. Don't worry, Shantanu, everyone. Indus Valley city is roughly quadrilateral or triangular in shape. It covers approximately 850,000 square kilometer of Indian subcontinent. The northernmost site of Indus Valley civilization is Manda, located in Jammu and Kashmir. Daimabad, located in Maharashtra. Alamgirpur, located in western UP. The northernmost site is Manda, Jammu and Kashmir. Southernmost is Daimabad, Maharashtra. Easternmost Alamgirpur, western UP. And westernmost Sutka Gendor, Pakistan-Iran border. Roji, shall I repeat? Yes, I'll repeat. Northernmost site is Manda, Jammu and Kashmir. Southernmost is Daimabad, Maharashtra. Alamgirpur, it is located in western UP. And Sutka Gendor, it is located in Pakistan-Iran border. Okay? Second diagram. Roji, is it clear? Do you want me to repeat something specific? Second diagram. Indus Valley civilization, cities Yes, Roji. Second point I'm saying. Ashish, the area it covered approximately was 8,50,000 square kilometer. Westernmost site, Mari, is Sutka Gendor, Pakistan-Iran border. Okay. Coming here, Indus Valley sites are divided into two parts, Upper Citadel and Lower Citadel. Citadel. Citadel is a wall-like structure. Citadel is a wall-like structure to protect the city from flood. Simple words. This concept, in front of third diagram, note down. 2 rows of 6 granary. 2 rows of 6 granary have been found at the site of Harappa. Granary basically was used for storing the food grains. In front of this fourth diagram, note down. Yes, Ram Karan, you want me to repeat the third one? Please note down. I'll repeat in short. 2 rows of 6 granary have been found at the site of Harappa. Okay? Second thing, granary was used for storing the food grains. Now, fourth one. Main road is comparatively broader in comparison to the side lanes. The well is located between 2 houses. Manuru, all kinds of food grains were being stored here because Indus Valley civilization saw the surplus amount of food grain production. Like they produce different varieties, principal varieties of wheat, rice. Okay. Apart from this, they also cultivated what we say jawar, bajra, and ragi. So all kinds of foods were being stored. Okay, Manuru? Yes. Hammam, there is nothing called a sewage tank. There was a great bath that was found at Mohenjo-daro. I will explain that in Mohenjo-daro. Don't worry. Okay. So I'll repeat the fourth point. The main road is comparatively broader in comparison to the side lane. The well is located between 2 houses. Well is made up of burnt brick. Okay. The houses are made up of wood and burnt bricks. Drains are covered by stone slabs. Now let's understand the characteristic features of each of the site. Everything is mentioned in the PDF, but please remember only those things that I'm telling you. Nothing more than that. Okay? I have given additional information as well, but just remember those things which I'll tell you. Now, Kaaba and Deepak, you both will get the answer right now. Okay. Joel, you want me the fourth point to be repeated. I have repeated the fourth point, my friend. That the fourth point, this is the structure of the city. This is the main road. This is the side lane. Okay. The main road is broader in comparison to the side lane. Now, in the side lane, the houses are located. In between the two houses, well is located. Okay? Well is made up of burnt brick. Houses are made up of burnt brick and wood. There are what we say specifically drainage, proper drainage system. These drains are covered by stone slab. Now, did you get the point? What we say? Whose question? Joel, did you get it now? Okay. Now let's come to Harappa. Yes, do not worry, you will be getting the PDF. Okay? You will be getting the PDF for this in the app itself. Deepak Kumar, the area it covered was approximately 8,50,000 square kilometer of Indian subcontinent. Okay. Now let's start with Harappa. Somebody had asked me a question right now. Kaaba had asked me a question and Deepak had asked me a question. Sir, Indus Valley civilization and Harappa are same. Now listen to me very carefully. Indus Valley civilization is also called as Harappan civilization. Why Indus Valley civilization is called as Harappan civilization? Because Harappa was the first site to be discovered. Hence, Indus Valley civilization is also called as Harappan civilization. So, Indus Valley civilization is a broader concept. And Harappa, it's a part of Indus Valley civilization. Okay? So, why is Indus Valley civilization called as Harappan civilization? Because Harappa was the first site to be discovered. Okay? First site to be discovered. Now remember, Harappa was discovered in 1921 by Dayaram Sahani. It is located on the banks of river Ravi. And river Ravi, it's a tributary of river Indus. Site of Harappa, it is located in Pakistan. Now, what are the important things that have been found from Harappa? First thing, 2 rows of 6 granary were found from Harappa. We had studied right now. What is the purpose of granary? The purpose of granary was storing the food grains. Okay? Second major aspect that was found from Harappa was dyes. So, since the dyes was found particularly from the site of Harappa, what we can infer from there? We can infer one thing. Probably, gambling might be the source of entertainment of the people. Correct? So, dyes that was found at Harappa indicates one thing. Gambling might be the source of entertainment for the people. So, I'll repeat the points again. Just remember these 2-3 points. There are many other points which we study for UPSC, but from the perspective of IB, here you have to keep your things much intact to the factual and conceptual part. That's it. Okay? So, Harappa, located on the banks of river Ravi in Pakistan. It was the first site to be discovered. Hence, Indus Valley civilization site is also called as Harappan civilization. It was discovered by Dayaram Sahani. Great granary has been found here. Dyes have been found here. Okay? One more thing you can note down. Nataraj bronze image have been found here. You might have seen the dancing posture of Lord Shiva. Correct? That dancing posture is referred as Nataraj. So Nataraj bronze image have been found at the site of Harappa. Getting the points clear? Note down fast. Harappa. We are going to study 5 to 6 important sites. Harappa. Discovered in 1921 by Dayaram Sahani. Discovered in 1921 by Dayaram Sahani. Located on the banks of river Ravi. Only note down those things that I'm dictating. That's it. Located on the banks of river Ravi. Important findings include great granary, Then Nataraj bronze image, dice. Let's move on to other site. Mohenjo-daro. Harsh, yes, you can stick to the dictated notes. You can stick to the dictated notes. Do not worry. Okay? Yes, Preksha, what do you want me to repeat? Repeat. Nataraj bronze image. See, you might have seen the dancing statue of Lord Shiva. Okay? And that statue is referred as what we say Nataraj. So it is made up of which metal? It is made up of an alloy, that is bronze. Okay? So specifically, Nataraj bronze image. Now that is clear, Hamom. And secondly, Preksha, the last line was specifically, as I've told you, Nataraj bronze image and dice. Is it clear for both of them? I'll explain the parts. Do not hurry up about the religion and everything. Do not worry. I'll explain everything. Mohenjo-daro. Okay? Please do not think Mohenjo-daro was like it is depicted in the movie of Hrithik Roshan. Okay? And please do not, what we say, majorly believed on what is shown in the Bollywood majorly. Okay? So, Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro, it is a second Indus Valley civilization site to be discovered. And it was discovered in 1922. Okay? It was discovered in 1922 by whom? It was discovered by Rakhal Das Banerjee. Now, what are the important points you need to remember about Mohenjo-daro? Please listen to me very carefully. First thing, bronze image of a nude dancing girl have been found from Mohenjo-daro. Now, this lady, this is the statue that has been found from Mohenjo-daro. Second important thing that have been found from Mohenjo-daro is Great Bath, this concept. Now, what is Great Bath concept like? This, it looks like a modern day swimming pool, correct? So specifically, I'll give you a very small example about this. Just pay attention. Suppose this is a Great Bath, which was found at Mohenjo-daro. These are the steps through which one can enter into this Great Bath. Okay. It is approximately 8 feet deep. At 2 feet, one can find inlet through which the fresh water comes in. At approximately 7.5 feet, one can find outlet through which the, what we say, filthy water is drained out. Here one can find cubical columns. These cubical columns might be changing rooms. Okay? And this entire practice of Great Bath might be a ritualistic practice of the people at that time. Might be. Okay? So, Great Bath have been found at Mohenjo-daro. Bronze image of a nude dancing girl has been found at Mohenjo-daro. Third important thing that was found at Mohenjo-daro, seal of Pashupati Mahadev or Proto-Shiva. Now, why I have used the word Pashupati Mahadev or Proto-Shiva? Like Pashupati, Lord of the animals, correct? So, a person is depicted, like this is specifically the coin. If you see the NCRT, here a person is sitting in Padmasan position and he is surrounded by few animals like tiger, buffalo, okay, deer are seated near the feet, elephant, and so on. So, this is called a seal of Pashupati Mahadev. Why? Because he resembles like Lord Shiva. So, it is called a seal of Pashupati Mahadev or Proto-Shiva. Proto-Shiva basically means what? Looks like Shiva. So, it has been found at the site of Mohenjo-daro. So, 3 to 4 important things about Mohenjo-daro are important. Mohenjo-daro is a second important site of Indus Valley civilization. Okay. Then, apart from it's a second important site of Indus Valley civilization located on the banks of river Indus itself. Located in Pakistan. So, important findings, Mohenjo-daro, it was destroyed by flood. Because Mohenjo-daro means mound of dead. Many people have died. How? Probably destroyed by floods. So, since there was also a citadel there, but citadel might have been destroyed because of the devastating flood at that region. So, Mohenjo-daro is referred as mound of dead. First thing. Second thing, bronze image of a nude dancing girl. Okay? Pratibha, you have asked me the question, what is the significance of this bronze image of a nude dancing girl? Okay, I'll give this answer from the perspective of UPSC. Simple words. You can see, I'm going a bit factual and conceptual here, correct? You can see this lady. She's standing in a position where three features of the body are visible. 1, 2, and the head part. This is called as Tribhanga posture. You can observe this lady. Here, her head has a proper knot. It simply means that Indus Valley people cared about aesthetics. How am I looking? So that is the significance of a bronze image of a nude dancing girl, which exemplifies Tribhanga posture. Tribhanga posture is also practiced in many of the classical dances of India even today. Hope you understood the significance, Pratibha, now. Now coming back to this part again. So this lady, bronze image of a nude dancing girl found at this site. Second, seal of Pashupati Mahadev found at the site of Mohenjo-daro. Concept of great bath, which might be a ritualistic practice of the people at that time, was found at Mohenjo-daro. These are the key things you need to remember. Nothing more than that. Note down fast. Okay? Mohenjo-daro, also referred as mound of dead. Also referred as mound of dead. Discovered by Rakhaldas Banerjee in 1922. Located on the bank of river Indus in Pakistan. Important findings include, Deepak, why mound of dead? Because as I've told you, the city might have been destroyed by flood and majority of the people lost their life in their flood. Okay? Important findings include bronze image of a nude dancing girl, first. Second, great bath. Which might be a ritualistic practice. Great bath, which might be a ritualistic practice. And finally, seal of Pashupati Mahadev or Proto-Shiva. Surrounded by animals like tiger, elephant, rhino, deer. That's it. Next site is Dholavira. What all you need to remember, just note down that, okay? And I'll dictate you what you need to remember. Now listen to me very carefully. Gujarat is considered, the last line, Joel, once more. Tiger, elephant, rhino, and 2 deer. This was the last line. Okay, Joel? Dholavira. See, Gujarat is considered as one of the richest states in India even today. Now, why Gujarat is considered as the richest state even today? There's a reason behind that. Gujarat, since the ancient time, had a very vibrant trade. And what was the reason for that vibrant trade? Affinity towards the coast. It's a coastal state. So Gujarat from that time itself had trading contacts with other civilization of the world. Like it had trading contacts with Mesopotamian civilization, Egyptian civilization. Correct? So the Indus Valley civilization sites located in Gujarat, they had a very beautiful trade. And one such site was Dholavira. Dholavira, it is a site located in Gujarat. And you might have heard about this. You will study that in geography, that there are 8 states of India through which Tropic of Cancer passes. One such state is Gujarat. And precisely speaking, Tropic of Cancer passes through Indus Valley civilization site of Dholavira. It is located in Gujarat. First thing. Second thing, at Dholavira, you will observe small water tanks. So what does this water tank depict? These water tank depict that probably these people might be storing water for emergency purpose. Or secondly, these people might be practicing irrigation. Hence, to channelize the water to the agricultural fields, they were having water tank. So at the site of Dholavira, we can observe water tank. Okay. Apart from this, what happened here? Iranian seals were found here. And very simple word, as I've told you, Gujarat is a coastal state. And since the ancient time, they had a very vibrant trade with the other civilization. So Iran, it was a part of Mesopotamia. Very simple language. They might be having a very vibrant trade with the Mesopotamian civilization. So remember 2 points, water tank and specifically about the Iranian seals. That's it. Note down fast. Dholavira. Guys, we will end today's class approximately around 4:30. Okay, 4:30, 4:35. Dholavira. It is located in Gujarat. Pratibha, it is not necessary to remember the dates of every site. I have just mentioned the dates of these sites who are very important from the exam perspective. Okay. It is also not necessary to remember the names of the people who discovered them. Important ones. So, Dholavira is a site located in Gujarat. Yes, it is also UNESCO World Heritage Site. Very good. Then, Iranian seals were found. Water tanks have been found. And add one more point, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Lothal. Now listen to me very carefully. As I've told you precisely, that majority of the sites located in Gujarat had a very beautiful, had a very awesome trade with the other civilizations. Correct? So one example I gave you, Dholavira. Second example is Lothal. For the first time, first artificial brick dockyard, in simple word, for the first time port was observed at the site of Lothal. Okay? Port, first thing. Lothal, it is also called as Manchester of Indus Valley civilization. Pay attention very carefully. Why it is called as Manchester of Indus Valley civilization? Let's understand. Manchester, it is known for good quality cotton textile or clothes, very simple words. Similarly, the site of Lothal, I'll tell you one important fact. During Indus Valley civilization, cotton of India was very famous. And the cotton that was produced in India was called as Sindon. Okay? And this cotton textile, why it was called as Sindon? Because it was produced on the bank of river Sindh. Sindh means Indus. Hence the cotton was referred as Sindon. And the fine quality cotton textile were being exported to Mesopotamian civilization. And this export majorly took place from Lothal. Hence, Lothal is referred as Manchester of Indus Valley civilization. First thing. Second thing, first artificial brick dockyard. Simple words, for the first time, port was found at the site of Lothal. Okay, so hope you got this point. Manchester, see, Manchester, it is known for what? It is known for cotton textile, correct? So similarly, during that time, during what we say Indus Valley civilization time, cotton in India was referred as Sindon. Why? Produced on the banks of river Sindh or Indus. And the cotton textile was being exported from the Lothal. Hence, it is called as Manchester of IVC, Indus Valley civilization. Okay. Apart from this, another important thing. I have told you Indus Valley cities were majorly divided into two parts, Upper Citadel and Lower Citadel. Lothal was divided into 6 parts. And all these parts are made on unripe bricks. They are not made on burnt bricks. So 3 things to be remembered. Located in Gujarat on the banks of river Bhogwa. Okay. Apart from this, cotton textile was being exported, first artificial brick dockyard, and the city was divided into 6 parts. Okay. Yes, as in the arrangement. Yes, love, correct. As in the arrangement and in the diagrammatic format that has been depicted. Okay. Please note down about Lothal very fast, guys. Lothal, discovered by S.R. Rao, located on the banks of river Bhogwa. Bhogwa. Cotton during Indus Valley period was referred as Sindon. And was exported to other civilization from Lothal. Hence, Lothal is also called as Manchester of IVC, Indus Valley civilization. Then, world's oldest or the first dockyard. Dockyard means port. World's first oldest or the first artificial dockyard was found at Lothal. Pranav, which point do you want me to repeat? Pranav Paulji, which point? Sindon 1? Second point. Okay, the Sindon 1. See, cotton was produced in India, and cotton was produced on the banks of river Indus. And since it was produced on the banks of river Indus, and Indus is also called as Sindh, hence the cotton was referred as Sindon. Okay? Then, hence what happened, cotton textile was being exported to other civilizations like Mesopotamian, Egyptian, and Chinese. So since it was being exported, so at that time, so like presently, Manchester is known for what? Manchester is known for cotton textile. So at that time, it was Manchester of IVC. So it has been the title given to Lothal. Okay, Pranav? So world's first artificial brick dockyard. Now moving on to the next site. Kalibangan, just remember one thing. See, Kalibangan, it is a site located in Rajasthan. And since, specifically speaking, there were 2 Indus Valley sites where, like, I'll give you a very small example. At that time, agriculture was in the phase of development. It was not that developed. Okay? It was in the phase of development. It was not completely developed. But still, there are 2 sites of Indus Valley civilization. One is Kalibangan, which is located in Rajasthan, and second site is Banawali, which is located in Haryana. In both these sites, what happened? The fields were plowed before sowing the seeds. So at that time, it was a very developed site, both of them. Kalibangan in Rajasthan and Banawali in Haryana. What was the practice? Before sowing the seeds, the fields were plowed. And then the seeds were sown for better productivity. So please remember these points about Kalibangan and Banawali. Apart from this, Kalibangan, bones of camel have been found. Okay? Because camel, it is referred as sheep of the desert. So bone of camels have been found at the site of Kalibangan. Okay? Yes, Arup, the Lothal part, as I've told you, like in entire what we say, Lothal was being divided into 6 parts. And all the 6 parts were not made on burnt bricks, they were made on unripe bricks. Hope, Arup, it is clear. Yes, is it clear about Kalibangan and Banawali? Please note down fast, guys. Kalibangan. It is located on the banks of river Ghaggar or Saraswati in Rajasthan. Second point, fields were plowed before sowing the seeds. Fields were plowed before sowing the seeds. Bones of camels have been found. Another site, Banawali. Where is it located? Haryana. Again, important thing about Banawali, fields were plowed before sowing the seeds. And one more point needs to be noted about this site, Banawali. Fine quality barley. Fine quality barley was found. Yes, Abhijit. The first point is Kalibangan located in Rajasthan, and same is Banawali. In Banawali, the fields were plowed before sowing the seeds. Directly, the seeds were not being sown. Okay, Abhijit? Kalibangan and Banawali. Next site is Surkotada. Remember one thing. Please pay attention carefully. Keep one thing in mind. Like horse is not a native animal to India. Horse, it's an animal of Central Asia. Okay? So there is a site called as Surkotada, which is located in Gujarat. And at the site of Surkotada, one can observe horse remains. Although horse remains have been found, please remember one thing in your mind. And what is that? Indus Valley civilization is not horse-centered. Why it is not horse-centered? Because horse is not a native animal to India. It has come from Central Asia. Got it? So precisely speaking, Surkotada, it is located in Gujarat. Horse remains have been found here. And horse is not a native animal to India. It has been imported into India from Mesopotamia. Simply one thing. Probably Indus Valley civilization might be having good trading contacts with Mesopotamian civilization. Got it? Harsh, 2 to 5 minutes break. Guys, since today we are going to end up a bit early, around 4:30. So from Monday onwards, I'll give you break for sure of 10 to 15 minutes. Don't worry. Okay? So please note down Surkotada. It is located in Gujarat. Discovered by Jagpati Joshi in 1964. Remains of horses have been found. Remains of horses have been found. And in bracket, write down IVC is not horse-centered. Please keep on listening to me properly, because for the last 5 minutes, I'll go for question and answer round. Okay? Last 5 minutes question and answer round. So, horse remains have been found. And apart from this, IVC is not horse-centered. Yes, Deepak, Daimabad is located in Maharashtra, not Madhya Pradesh. Rakhi Gadi. Just remember one fact about Rakhi Gadi. And what is that? It is the largest Indus Valley civilization site located in Haryana. So if Rakhi Gadi is the largest Indus Valley civilization site, which is the smallest Indus Valley civilization site? Smallest Indus Valley civilization site is Ala Hindo, located in Pakistan. So please note down, Rakhi Gadi, it is the largest Indus Valley civilization site located in Haryana. And second, Ala Hindo, smallest Indus Valley civilization site located in Pakistan. Sutka Gendor do not need to remember anything except that it is the westernmost site. We have studied that previously. Now, I'll tell you few more sites. Because what happens, I was going through the past year question papers of IB, and in that many times what happens, questions are not asked in this manner, like these are the things which are found from Harappa, which among the following things are found from Mohenjo-daro, what is found in Kalibangan, what is found in Banavali, okay? So what is found in different places, it is not found, like specifically that. Like the Black Bangle site, like the Black Bangles working place. Yes, Harsh, correct. It was found in Kalibangan. So usually they don't ask these questions in depth, but they ask questions in what format? On one side, they will write the name of the sites. On the other side, they will write their location, match the following. Okay? So please note down few important sites that I'm telling you. Apart from them, also note down their location, few important specification. Listen to me. Chanhu-Daro, it is an Indus Valley civilization site located on the banks of river Indus in Pakistan. Okay? And this site has been destroyed by flood. Throughout all the Indus Valley civilization site, this is the only site without a citadel. There is no citadel. We have studied what is citadel? A wall-like structure or a slope-like structure which protects the city from getting flooded. Correct? But citadel, it is not present in Chanhu-Daro. So it was destroyed by flood. Please remember this. So Chanhu-Daro, note down fast, located on the bank of river Indus. Okay, Deepak, I'll write it down. Do not worry. Located on the bank of river Indus. A site without citadel. It did not had a citadel. Yes, Roji, I got your message right now. Third point of Banavali, you want me to repeat, okay? Banavali, it is located in Haryana. Second important point was, it is like fields were plowed. Third point, very fine quality barley was found in Banavali. Okay, Roji, have I made myself clear? Okay. Chanhu-Daro, without a citadel, located in Pakistan. Another important site that you need to understand, Mitathal. Okay. Now, what is the region of Doab? Please listen to me very carefully. In geography, you will study that. But what is Doab? Doab. Suppose this is the main river that is flowing. Any river that is joining the main river from the left side, it is called as left bank tributary. Any river that is joining the main river from the right side is called as right bank tributary. And this region between the different river, it is called as Doab. It is highly fertile region, highly fertile. Why? Because this main river is depositing its sediment. These rivers are depositing its sediments. So it's a highly fertile region. Correct? So Mitat Hal, it is a site located in Haryana. And this site, it is located between two rivers, Yamuna River and its tributary Chautang River. Okay? Yamuna and Chautang River. So it is a very fertile region. So please note down, Mitat Hal located between Yamuna and Chautang in Haryana. Shortugai, just remember their names, and Mundigak. Located in Afghanistan. Shortugai and Mundigak, located in Afghanistan. Okay. Daimabad, we have studied, it is located in Maharashtra. Then Hulas. Hulas, just note their location because sometimes questions can be asked. Hulas, Saharanpur, Uttar Pradesh. Sinoli, Sinoli, Bagpat, Uttar Pradesh. Bagpat, Uttar Pradesh. Okay? So now let's understand about Indus Valley civilization. How was the structure of their society? What was their religion? Okay, now let's understand these things in short. Just listen to me. Okay, everything is available in the PDF or the PPT. But I will only make you note down those things which are important from the exam perspective. And probability of question is expected from there. So just listen right now. That's it. Now, what did the people of Indus Valley civilization at that time do? So let's understand about this. I have given you a small example. One, there was a site called as Mohenjo-daro. And at that site, there was a seal that was being found. We had studied seal of Pashupati Mahadev. Correct? In that, we have studied one thing, that the person who is sitting here, he is surrounded by few animals, tiger, elephant, bull, rhinoceros, and 2 deer are seated near the feet. One thing. Second example I will give you, there is a site of Indus Valley civilization called as Kot DG. Just remember this site, Kot DG, which is located in Pakistan. And at that site, we have found a statue of bull and mother goddess. And that is referred as, the statue of mother goddess is referred as Saptamatrika. Second part. Third point, on Indus Valley seals, we find depiction of different things like trees, specifically the peepal tree, animals, snakes, and birds. So we come to understand one thing, that these people believed in something called as animism. What is animism? Animism simply means love and respect for nature. Like they worship trees, they worship animals. Snakes are found on the seals or the coins. Then birds are found on their seals. Correct? Apart from this, they also believed in symbolic worship. So if I talk about the religion, the practice is not monotheistic. What is monotheistic? Monotheistic means you are practicing only one thing. What is polytheistic? Multiple practices. So here I have told you about the multiple practices. Like seal of Pashupati Mahadev was found. Correct? Seal of, statue of bull and mother goddess have been found at Court DG. On the seals, we find depiction of trees like peepal tree, animals, snakes, and birds. So what does that depict? So it simply depicts one thing, that these people believed in something called as animism. What is that? Love and respect for nature. So the most important and the key aspect here is what? People's religion at that time, or their belief, was polytheistic. First thing you need to remember. Now, if I speak about their agricultural system, you can just do a comparison. Today itself, we had studied about what? We had studied about pottery in Neolithic age. And we have studied about great granary which was found in Harappa. Can you imagine the surplus amount of the food grain production? Initially, the people used to store food grains in pots, small earthen vessel. And now they require huge godowns for storing the food grain. So you can imagine the surplus amount of food grain production. First thing, wide variety of crops were being cultivated, wide variety. Apart from this, people domesticated different animals. Okay, sheep, goat, buffalo, and so on. But one more thing you need to remember, there is no depiction of cow on Indus Valley seal. It does not mean that cow was not being domesticated, but there is no depiction of cow on Indus Valley seal. You can find the depiction of humpless bull. If you see the NCRT, you will see the statue of a bull. And if you see the bull, like there is a hump behind the bull, correct? Hump is there behind the bull. Humpless bull statue have been found, but there is no evidence of cow on the seal. Apart from this, there is an animal that is depicted on the seal which is called as unicorn. Unicorn basically means ek shring, having only one horn, ek shring. So this is majorly about the people at that time, their society at that time. The script of Indus Valley civilization is called as Boustrophodon. And one of the striking features is, we do not know what is written. We have just inferred from the pictures. Correct? Why don't we know that what is written in that script? Because even today, the script of Indus Valley civilization is undeciphered. Nobody knows what is actually written in that. Hope the point is clear. So these are the basic things about Indus Valley civilization. And it is also called as a Bronze Age. So please note down in short, guys. In short. And then I'll start with Vedic one. Last 5 minutes, question and answer round, we'll go for that. Okay. Indus Valley religion was secular and polytheistic. Fast. Okay, right, fast. Secular and polytheistic. They believed in animism. Love and respect for nature. At a site of Court DG in Pakistan, statue of bull and mother goddess have been found. Statue of bull and mother goddess have been found. Agriculture was highly developed. Apart from this, animal, humpless bull, एक string or unicorn, are the animals depicted on the seals. There is no depiction of cow on Indus Valley seal. There is no depiction of cow on Indus Valley seal. The script of Indus Valley civilization is called as Boustrophodon. And is referred as Boustrophodon and is still undeciphered. Undeciphered. Nobody knows what's written. We have just inferred from the pictures. Yes, Shantanu, I'll repeat the point. The script of Indus Valley civilization is named as Boustrophodon and still stands undeciphered. Okay. This is majorly about the Indus Valley civilization. Now let's start with Vedic civilization for the next 15 minutes. Now listen to me very carefully, because I'm going to explain Rig Ved, Samved, Yajurved, important Upanishads. Okay? Now, before I start with Vedic civilization, now let me tell you what is Aryan invasion theory all about. Different historians, listen to me very carefully, because I'm going to explain you the reason for Aryans coming to India. Specifically, different historians have different opinion about the decline of Indus Valley civilization. Some believe that Indus Valley civilization was destroyed by floods. Some believe that Indus Valley civilization was destroyed by what we say change in the course of the river. Some believe that rivers dried up. Some believe that there was an earthquake. Some believe that there was spread of different diseases. And because of this, Indus Valley civilization got destroyed. But can you imagine one thing? Just because of one single reason, is it possible that a civilization which is spread across 850,000 square kilometers be destroyed? So one theory supports this fact that there might be a different reason for destruction of Indus Valley civilization. And that theory is called as Aryan invasion theory, given by Max Muller. And what is that theory all about? Let's understand. There were certain tribes of Central Asia. Okay? They came to India. Like on the borders of India and Afghanistan, there is a mountain range. And that mountain range is called as Hindu Kush mountain. And in that mountain range, there is a narrow pass which is called as Khyber Pass. So these tribes entered into India through Khyber Pass located in Hindu Kush mountains, and they came to northern part of India. They came up with sophisticated iron weapons. They came up with chariots. They came up with horses. They came up with swords. And the natives of India, they were unable to meet these challenges. So what happened? The natives of India further moved towards south of river Narmada. And they got settled in the southern part of India. So the tribes that came from Central Asia and settled in northern part of India were called as Aryans. And the tribes who were unable, and the natives of India who were unable to meet the challenges posed by Aryans, they got settled in southern part of India. And they were referred as Dravidians. So Aryans, they settled in northern part of India. Dravidians, they settled in southern part of India. Okay? Apart from this, the place where Aryans settled is called as Brahmavarta or Aryavarta. It simply means the place where they settled, or Sapta Sindhu. And the place where Dravidians settled was referred as Dravid Nadu. Okay? This entire theory was given by European historian Max Muller. So Aryan invasion theory is also called as Max Muller theory. So many believe that, like I'll give you a very small example. Swami Dayanand Saraswati, he said that Aryans came from Tibet. Bal Gangadhar Tilak ji said that Aryans came from Poles. But the widely accepted theory is a Max Muller theory. Okay? So this is called as Aryan invasion theory. Hope the point is clear. Please note down in short, very short. There are different causes for decline of Indus Valley civilization. There are different causes for decline of Indus Valley civilization. One among them is Aryan invasion theory. Aryan invasion theory. Given by Max Muller. Given by Max Muller. There are certain tribes of Central Asia who entered into India through Khyber Pass, located in Hindu Kush Mountains. They came up with sophisticated iron weapons. Shivani, the second point is they entered into India through Khyber Pass, located in Hindu Kush Mountains. Okay? Yes, Kanchana. I'll repeat the point again. They entered India through Khyber Pass, located in Hindu Kush Mountains. Got it? Moving ahead. They came up with sophisticated iron weapons, swords, chariots, etc. Yes, perfect, Rahan. Iron developed at this time. The natives of India were unable to meet their challenges. And they moved towards southern part of India. Those who settled in northern part of India were called as Aryans. Those who settled in southern part of India were called as Dravidians. The place where Aryans settled is called as Aryavarta, Brahmavarta, or Sapta Sindhu. Okay? Aryavarta, Brahmavarta, or Sapta Sindhu. One more thing, please note down. The word Aryans have been derived from the word Arya. Which finds mention for 36 times in Rig Vedic hymns or shloks. Yes, the term, yes, I'll repeat the last point, Pratibha. The term Arya finds mention for 36 times in Rig Vedic hymns or shlok. Yes, Bhuvnesh, you have to ignore because Aryan invasion theory is still disputed right now. Okay? Yes, Ramkaran. The last point is the word Aryan has been derived from the word Arya, which finds mention for 36 times in Rig Vedic hymns or shlok. Okay? Two more points. This entire theory was given by Max Muller. This entire theory was given by Max Muller. As per Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Aryans came from the poles. As per Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Aryans came from Tibet. Okay? Aryans came from Tibet. Yes, Deepak, which point do you want me to repeat? As per Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Aryans came from the poles. As per Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Aryans came from the region of Tibet. Okay? Now listen to me very carefully. Let's speak about the Vedas. Now, where do we come to know about the Aryans from? We come to know about the Aryans from Vedas. And the word Ved has been derived from the word Vidya, which means knowledge. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Ved, Samaved, Yajurved, and Atharvaved. Okay? Rigved, Samaved, Yajurved, and Atharvaved. Now, these Vedas are in Sanskrit language. Now, please understand step by step. Let's speak about Rigved. Rigved specifically means what? Rigved means praising the deity. How will you praise the deity? You will praise the deity with the help of the mantras that you are chanting. So in Rigved, it is totally divided into 10 parts or 10 books. And these 10 parts or 10 books are called as 10 mandal. So Rigved is divided into 10 books or 10 parts or 10 mandal. Listen to me very patiently, okay? Then, apart from this, it is said that, in Rigved I am speaking about, totally there are 1028 hymns. Hymns majorly means shlokas. And there are totally 10,552 mantras. In all these 10 mandals, in all these 10 books, there are 1028 hymns and 10,552 mantras. Now, Mandal 1 and 10, it speaks about the origin of the universe. And in fact, Mandal 10, there is one section which is called as Purusha Sukta. It mentions about the origin of the Varna system. I repeat, Mandal 1 and 10, it speaks about the origin of the universe. And additionally, in Mandal 10 of Rigved, there is what? Specifically speaking, there is a section called as Purusha Sukta. It mentions one thing. And what? Origin of the Varna system. And Purusha Sukta mentions that every human being is born out of different body parts of Brahma. Like Brahman, he is born out of the mouth of Brahma. Kshatriya, he is born from the shoulders of Brahma. Vaishya, he is born from the thighs of Brahma. And Shudra, he is born from the feet of the Brahma. And that finds mention in Purusha Sukta, which is a part of Mandal 10 of Rigved. Then, you might have heard about the famous Gayatri Mantra. And Gayatri Mantra, it finds mention in Mandal 3 of Rigved. Okay? Now, who composed Gayatri Mantra? Gayatri Mantra was being composed by a famous sage, a famous rishi, whose name was Vishwamitra. And there's a beautiful story about this. Like it is said that Vishwamitra's original name was not Vishwamitra. His original name was Raja Kaushik. Once upon a time, he goes into the jungles for hunting. And he had, 15 to 20 soldiers along with him. So what happened? He was hunting in the jungle and he starts feeling thirsty. So he was searching for water. So he saw that there is a hut or there's a small Gurukul of any Rishi there. He went into the Gurukul and asked and requested the Rishi, can I have some water, please? Rishi was very happy and he said that, why not? You have come like in my Gurukul for the first time. So apart from water, please have some food as well. So Raja Kaushik was like, he is a Rishi Muni. He won't be having more resources. Apart from this, he has many students in the Gurukul. So in that case, where will I specifically, like how will he arrange it for me? So at that time, Rishi, his name was Rishi Vasishtha. He had a cow. And that cow was gifted to him from Brahma. And without any greed, if you ask anything from the cow will give you. So what happened? He asked the cow and he served the food to the king and his 25 soldiers, 25 to 30 soldiers, whatever the number might be. In that case, the king, like he had never ate such food, specifically even in his palace. So out of curiosity, he asked Rishi Vasishtha, where did you get this tasty food from? He said that I have a cow and this cow has been gifted to me from Brahma. Now this person, whose name was Raja Kaushik, he became what? He became greedy. And he said to Rishi Vashisht that please surrender this cow to me, and I'll give you anything on this behalf of this cow. He said no. Finally, this person, Raja Kaushik, was ready to fight a battle with, what we say, Sage Vasisht. And Sage Vasisht, through his spiritual powers, defeated a small army of 50 to 100 soldiers. Now, this person, Raja Kaushik, understood one thing. It is necessary for me to acquire spiritual powers. He discarded everything and he became a sage. He lived a life of an ascetic, a sannyasi. And later on, the same Raja Kaushik was called as Sage Vishwamitra, who composed the famous Gayatri Mantra mentioned in Mandal 3 of Rig Veda. Okay? Now, as I've told you, there are 1028 hymns in Rig Veda, out of which the maximum number of hymns are dedicated to 3 gods. First, 250 hymns are dedicated to Indra. Indra is called as warlord. He is called as breaker of forts. And out of 1028 shlokas or hymns, 250 are dedicated to Indra. Second most important deity was Agni, fire god. Correct? Now, what is the importance of Agni? The importance of Agni is acting as an intermediary between Yajman on one side and the god on the other side. Like, I'll give you a very small example. What is that? Suppose if you're doing any puja, like Shravan month is going on right now, and you have decided to, what we say, chant any mantra dedicated to Lord Shiva. So what do? Before you take the sankalp or before you take the vow to start that mantra, what do? You pray in front of Agni that I am beginning this mantra. Okay? So in that case, Agni is acting as an intermediary. So 200 hymns are dedicated to Agni. 120 hymns are dedicated to Som, that is god of plants. Okay? So I'll repeat the points again. Rig Veda has 10 books or 10 mandal. Mandal 1 and 10 speaks about the origin of the universe. In Mandal 10, there is a section called as Purusha Sukta, where one finds the mention of Varna system. It mentions that every human being is born out of different body parts of Brahma. Second major aspect. Mandal 3, you can find the famous Gayatri Mantra. Mandal 3 was composed by Sage Vishwamitra, whose original name was Raja Kaushik. Totally, specifically, there are 1028 hymns and 10,552 mantras. Maximum number of hymns are dedicated to Indra, 250, followed by Agni, 200, followed by specifically what we say Som, god of plants. Last important point, there are Brahmanas associated with Rig Veda. Now, Brahmanas are not individuals. Brahmanas are the text that actually explain the Rig Veda. So there are 2 major Brahmanas that are associated with Rig Veda. One is Aitreya Brahman and second is Kaushtaki Brahman. All these things you have to remember, my friends. Okay? Aitreya Brahman and Kaushtaki Brahman. Is it clear, guys? Yes. Yes, guys, is it clear? Okay. Please note down very fast. Rig Veda. Okay, Lopamudra, Ashish. Rig Veda. Yes, Tush. Tush, the point is, Brahman here is not an individual human being. Brahmans are the text. Okay, and these texts, they will explain the entire Rig Veda. Why? Because the Rig Veda is in Sanskrit language. So they will explain this in what? Simpler manner. So Brahmanas are the text that explain the, what we say, that particular Veda. So there are 2 major Brahmanas or texts associated with Rig Veda. Okay, I'll make you write everything. Okay, Rahan, simple words, that the functions of the Brahmanas was nothing but to go for explanation of what is written in Rig Veda, since it is in Sanskrit. Okay? Now note down Rig Ved. Fast. Okay. Totally 1028 hymns, HYMNS. 10,552 mantras. And 10 books or 10 mandals. Yes, Bhuvanesh, yes, there were more than two Brahmanas. I'm talking about the important text, important ones. Okay. Sanjay, I'll be mentioning that. Do not worry, Purusha Sukta. It is in Mandal 10 of Rig Ved. Okay. So, 10 mandals. Mandal 1 and 10 speaks about the origin of the universe. In Mandal 10, there is a section called as Purusha Sukta, which mentions about origin of the Varna system, okay. Mandal 3 is dedicated to Gayatri Mantra. Pratap, you don't need to follow any other source. No need to follow any other source. Just listen to the videos, make the notes out of this, and read the PDF given by the Study IQ. That's it. Mandal 3 is dedicated to Gayatri Mantra, written by sage Vishwamitra. Okay. Written by Vishwamitra. Out of 1028 hymns, 250 are dedicated to Indra, also referred as Purandar, breaker of forts. "200 hymns are dedicated to Agni, fire god. Yes, out of 1028 hymns, 250 are dedicated to Indra, 200 Agni, fire god, 120 Som, god of plants. Aitareya and Kaushtaki Brahman, Aitareya and Kaushtaki Brahman are the text that explain Rig Ved. Akash, Indra means Indra is also called as breaker of forts, Purandar. Indra is also called as warlord. Okay, Indra, he was like the king among the Devtas. So he is the warlord. He is called as Purandar, breaker of forts. One more thing, Indra is also called as the rain god. Okay, guys? So hope you understood the important parts of the today's session. Did you understand things, guys? Was the session a bit interesting? I can understand it was a bit factual, but was it a bit interesting? Did you understand something? Roji, Mandal 1. Okay, thanks, Shantanu. Mandal 1 and 10. Okay, it speaks about the origin of the universe, how it began and so on. And Mandal 10, it speaks about the origin of the caste system or the Varna system. Okay. So guys, we'll come up with new stories tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, and day after tomorrow we are going to cover 2 to 3 important chapters. This is what is a Vedic system. Apart from Vedic system, we are going to cover the Mahajanpadas. After Mahajanpadas, we are going to cover the Mauryan Empire. Okay. Thanks Ashish, thanks Abhishek, thanks Sanjay, thanks Tosh, Shivani, Dhanush, Akash, everyone, Pratibha, Harsh, everyone. Thank you guys. Thank you. There's no class tomorrow, Dhanush. The class would be day after tomorrow on Monday. Okay. Thank you, Ashirvad. Thank you, Ram Karan. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Che. So, anyone like, first of all, 7 to 8 students had asked me, sir, what is your name? I did not answer. My friends, my name is Alok Ojha. Okay. Although the session had been started from the another name, another ID, I mean, my name is Alok Ojha. I usually teach history for the UPSC. So, here, specifically, thanks a lot, Tush. So, specifically, this is my name. Okay, guys. 7 to 8 students have asked me, so I have answered this question. So, guys, see you on Monday. Please revise the concepts that we have studied. Okay? Chalo, guys. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, everyone.